Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. Today's introduction will be a longer one, and not because I'm going to speak about our current situation, but because I'm going to speak about the topic and my own disclaimer regarding the topic. And this will take a little longer, so if you're not interested, please jump to the reading. So many people in the Megxit community, including Bookworm, including the Royal Grift, are looking towards Andrew Gold, who is a very well-known podcaster that has a very successful YouTube channel called Andrew Gold Hedgehog, if I'm not mistaken, On the Edge with Andrew Gold. He decided to look into the question of Harry and Meghan's children, and they are looking up to him as someone that will reveal the truth. Now, why do I have a disclaimer? So first of all, I've been a subscriber of Andrew for a long time, long before he has reached his 100,000 subscribers, which has been not so long ago, although today he has passed, I think, the 150. It's been, it's like a threshold. Once you go past the 100,000, then the numbers go up very quickly. Now, he has been concentrating on cults. He's been talking about Scientology a lot. He has made a lot of amazing videos on Hasidic Jewish women who who left their communities and the difficulties that they had to they encountered when they had to leave, sometimes when they had to fight the rabbinic institution in order to keep their children. It's a very, very long and very complex topic that I will not get into. Just lately, I watched an amazing video, amazing interview that he made with a woman that is of Indian descent, that talked about her experience as a teenager and as a child who grew up in a Punjabi family, and what she went through. And it was so terrible to listen to that I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I told the whole story to my husband a day later, because it was so horrific. So I really, really look up to Andrew Gold as an amazing interviewer, amazing podcaster, and really someone who can reach really big, very the heights of every subject he decides to touch upon. I have to say that he has made quite a few videos about Meghan and Harry in the past, about Samantha Markle in the past, even lives, and he hasn't shown a lot of knowledge about the subject. And in past videos, I commented in lives, and I commented in videos themselves about the sheer ignorance that he has shown. And he did a live not long ago with Dr. Tessa Dunlop, that when he started doing the promo to the live and asked people to put up questions to the live, many people were very anxious to see the live before we knew who the person that he's going to interview is going to be. And then he had slipped and said Tessa, and we all realized that it's going to be Tessa Dunlop. And it was amazing to see that one after the others told him, Andrew, we're so disappointed. I'm not going to tap into this live because I'm not interested in what Dr. Tessa Dunlop has to say. So that was around what I knew that he knew about Harry and Meghan in the past. I'm sure that now that he decides to get into this subject in a more profound way, he will make sure to know everything upside down and to be very knowledgeable about it, because he's a very thorough person. He doesn't do half work in anything. But my own disclaimer is that a few months ago, when I started fighting for democracy in our country, I tried to approach him. He is Jewish, and I tried to ask him to try to help us in our fight for our democracy as a Jew. And we do want people that are influential and that can help us in our fight in other countries. And Jews all over the world are trying to do their share of assistance. And he was very laconic, and he said that he right now, as much as he is appalled by what is happening, right now he is concentrating with cults and other things, and he's not interested. So I was very disappointed by that. And well, as long as he was really doing videos on important things and getting into very, very amazing and important subjects that you need to put the light on, I could understand that. But Meghan and Harry, well, that is really not something that I would put it in the first, the first thing that needs attention. But let's say that I'm not here to judge. I'm here to look into whether or not Andrew Gold will be able to find out the truth about Harry and Meghan's children. And since he is, let's say, a clean slate, he does not carry the emotions that we all carry from the past few years, even before Harry and Meghan got married. And he really doesn't know much. And I can tell you that at least up till a few months ago, he has shown ignorance in many, many things. So his knowledge was not profound. So he's not involved. He's not involved emotionally. So whatever he finds will be the truth. And I do respect him, and I do know that whatever I find, I know that I can trust him. So this is my disclaimer, this is my introduction, and before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so I am using one of the more childish cat tarots that I have, although you know that more old cat tarot decks can be seen as childish, but still this is one of the more childish ones because we are talking about children, and this is the KITTYCORN tarot. So let's start with clearing the deck. And start asking. So, will Andrew Gold be able to reveal the truth about artificial and how did Meghan Walls call her? Lilybugs. The children or the supposed children of Harry and Meghan. Will Andrew Gold, the podcaster, the YouTuber, be able to find the truth about the children of Harry and Meghan, whether they do exist, whether they are of the body, or whether they come from a surrogate? Will Andrew Gold be able to find the truth about the children of Harry and Meghan, the children that they are professing to call Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet? Will Andrew Gold be able to reveal the truth and find out the truth and tell us the truth about Archie and Lily, Archie Bucks and Lily Bucks? Okay, so what I'm going to use is a 7-card spread, which is like a horseshoe spread, but it's not going to look into the past, the present, but it is going to look into Andrew's abilities to get into get into the subject and to find out the truth. So the first card is, what are his wishes? What does he want to achieve from all of this? And the first card tells us the Star. So you know that I've been getting the Star with the Harkles quite a lot lately, and the Star is a card that has 2 faces. One is the face of naivety and loving feelings, and there is the secretive side of the Star, the Pandora box of the side of the Star. So if we are looking into what does Andrew Gold really want to achieve from all of this, it is about getting into those secrets, into revealing those secrets, finding finding that Pandora box, opening that Pandora box, and finding all of those secrets that they are keeping in that Pandora box. So this is a major arcana because it is all very, very spiritual. It is all very much in the decision, in the thought plane. It's not something that he is. It's not tangible. It's all in the decision-making plan. So this is what he's thinking about. So he's thinking about finding the truth, finding the secrets, and finding ways to reveal the secrets. And he means to do that in a truthful and a naive way. So he's not going to approach this topic in any kind of, let's say, with a prejudgment. Because you can say that each and every one of us is not, we are not unbiased. But we can say that Andrew Gold is unbiased. And this is the way that he is going to approach this in a very, very true and unbiased way. And he's going to try and reveal those secrets. So how is he going to start trying to reveal those secrets? And what I'm getting here is another major arcana, and it is the Lover's card. Now, remember what I'm always telling you about the Lover's card. The Lover's card is about being total. So first of all, in order to reach the truth, in order to be able to find the secrets, you need to be very total. You cannot expect things to be done if you are shallow. You need to be very thorough. And then the Lover card speaks about looking at your question, looking at the thing that you want to achieve, and cutting out everything that is not helping you. So this is exactly what he will have to do. So he will have to look into that question, into this issue, and look at all of the things that are helping him in solving this, and all of the things that are not helping him solving this. And the question is whether or not he will be able to differentiate. As I said, in one of his past lives about Harry and Meghan, he interviewed Dr. Tessa Dunlop, and he looked at her as someone who has she has a lot of information about Harry and Meghan, and he took her what she said as something that you can trust. Now, he's not the only one. For example, there is another channel, Sean Atwood's channel, and he's been doing quite a lot of lives, not only with, he's been doing with Matthew Steeples, lives about Harry and Meghan, and then he started doing lives with Pidina and with Paula M. About Harry and Meghan, and now, and then he did a live with Dr. Tessa Dunlop as well, and that live was not so successful, but he did give all sides of the picture, the ability to talk. With Andrew, he needs to learn and to know which are those who are helping him, which are those that are not, and this is how he will have to get started. So this is the get started card. So this is another major arcana because this is not about something that he can actually do. This is not something that is going down to the ground. This is still in the very spiritual plane. Okay, so what are the new beliefs that he is going to need? What is he going to need to change in his belief system? And what I'm getting here is the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is a card that is very similar to the Lover's card, but there is a difference between these two cards, because the Two of Cups is not a spiritual card. It is a very down-to-earth card, and this is a card that calls for action. This is an action card, and the Two of Cups is a card that is telling Andrew that he needs to be active. So this belief that he will have to be active, but not only to be active, this is about him changing everything that he knows about and everything that he believes about Harry and Meghan's marriage. And why am I saying that? Because you can see here that we can see here a reunion between two cats. We can see here a ceremony. It looks like a marriage ceremony. So this is something that he will have to change his perception about this ceremony, about this whole image that we see here. But this card is telling Andrew, the answers that you seek are not things that will come to you just because you want them. This is something that you will have to dig deep in order to get. This is something that you will have to be very active in order to find the truth. This is an action card. This is what this card is telling Andrew. And this is about, and Andrew is very much someone who is used to people coming to him, and people are ready to be interviewed and to tell him they're very, well, let's say, very deep secrets, very difficult stories, because he's a very good interviewer, because he's someone who is very, how do you say it? Someone who is compassionate and a very good listener. But in this case, this is not about getting someone to talk to you because you are a good listener. This is about getting someone to talk to you because you find out truth that people don't want you to find. Okay, next card is what can help him. So what can help Andrew? And what we're getting here is the Nine of Swords. So that's interesting because the Nine of Swords is one of the worst cards in the deck. So why did we get it here in the card that can help Andrew? So first of all, it's a warning card. Why it does it come here? Because this is not an easy task that Andrew is taking upon himself. Now, let me remind you what Bookworm 2 went through when she started digging into the question of Harry and Meghan's children. She actually got threats of people that threatened to sue her. She got threats on her life. When you start digging into questions that people don't want you to reveal, you are, as I said, stepping on this Pandora box. You are getting this Pandora box opened, and the colors of these two cards are similar, and this is not a coincidence. This is going to cause, and this is something that Andrew needs to understand, this is going to cause him worry, and justified worry. When he starts dealing with these very, very delicate issues, he is going to get all of the abuse that Yankee Wally went through, that Sue Smith, that other YouTubers that went through by people that were sent by Harry and Meghan. All of that abuse, death threats, legal threats, all of that is going to come into his door, and he needs to be ready for that. So when the Nine of Swords comes in the what can help him, this tells Andrew that he needs to be ready for the Nine of Swords. He needs to be ready to act logically. He needs to make a list of all of the things that can get wrong. He needs to make a list of all of the things that could come up, all of the things that, I just started with the things that on the top of my mind that can happen, like death threats, like Christopher Boozy, what he did, doxing, what happened to Yankee Wally, what happened to other YouTubers, legal issues. This is just the beginning. But what Andrew needs to do is to sit down and make a list. And when swords are coming up, this is air energy. This is about being logical. So in order to deal with the Nine of Swords energy, it's about being logical. It's about being able to make the right judgments. This is about being able to act in the right way in order to tackle those troubles. And it is about being able not to make the wrong choices, not to act in a self-destructive way. So this is something that he needs to make sure that he knows, and this is something that he has to, in the back of his mind, to be ready for. Okay, more challenges that are coming up his way. And these are challenges that are coming up that are connected with finding the truth about Harry and Meghan's children. This is not only about the problems that are going to come up his way because he is trying to find the truth. And this card came up in the reverse. So, and it is badly aspected because it came up after the Nine of Swords as it is. So I'm going to read it in the negative as it is because it is badly aspected, and it is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about strategy and planning, and the challenges that Andrew will have to face is to tackle all of the strategy and the planning that Harry and Meghan and the people that helped them took in order to mask everything that they did to hide the truth about their children. So this is about all of the strategies that they did, the manipulation, the disguise that they used, all of the concealment that they used, the cunningly that the cunning way that they acted, all of those, and there is no other way. You will have to find a way to tackle all of those concealment, all of that deception. First of all, this is a major change card. And this is a card that shows us that whatever Andrew finds will nullify everything that was before. So Andrew will be able to find out truth that was not disclosed or was not out in the open that beforehand. Maybe things that we already knew, the Megxit community, but was not on the mainstream media, and he will be able to put it out in the mainstream media. And it's a card. So this is another change card. This is a card that shows us that there is something ending here and a new beginning. This is a card that shows us that this whole story of the children is going to be put on the world stage, and there is a new hashtag that is being very popular on Twitter, as I understand, regarding the children, regarding finding out the truth about the children. So this is going to be very much on the world stage. This is the bigger picture, and this is the end of one thing and the beginning of a new thing, and this is a new beginning. So I really do hope that we will see something new that will come out because of the involvement of Andrew Gould. Now, as I said, up until now, I haven't seen him doing any new, finding out any new information about Harry and Meghan in his latest videos, but I do hope that his involvement with this information will, with this subject will be of use and will help us find will help us bring the truth to the surface. So if we're talking about bringing the truth to the surface, the first oracle is an oracle for the children. It's called Animal Voices, and it is an oracle for children. It is called connecting with our endeared friends. It looks like some animals that are deep in the sea, and it is wisdom cards for kids. So this is for the children, and I do pity those children. Now, some people think that both of them don't exist. Bookworm 2 swears that Archie does exist. She says that she does have proof to the existence of Archie. That doesn't mean that Archie was born from Meghan, but she says that Archie exists. So let's see what wisdom can we give those children. So let's clear the deck. Wisdom for Archie and Lilibet. Wisdom for Archie and Lilibet from their animal friends. Wisdom for Archie and Lilibet. Okay, so the card that I'm getting is water. Feeling, expression, and flow. It's the first card of the deck. So let's see, what does it mean? And it is about being able to listen to the quiet voice inside, to be able to listen to the voice that takes them to a better place. The message that water has for Archie and Lilibet is to trust their own hearts and to go with the flow. And with the parents that they will have no other choice. They will have to go with the flow. Water is one of the most powerful elements, but it never forces anything. So they can do great things right now by simply following the energy of what feels most exciting to them. So they cannot change much about their current situation. They can only go with the flow and hope that their situation will improve with time. But right now, with the mother that they have and with their parents, they will have to go with the flow. So this is something, this is the wisdom that the oracle wants to tell them, to go with what they feel and to go with the flow, and hopefully the future will help them resolve their problems, and the water energy will help them work out their problems. Now, the Teen Angels Oracle is a message for Andrew Gold. So let's clear the deck. Message for Andrew Gold on trying to find out the truth about the Sussex children. Message for Andrew Gold on trying to find the truth about the Sussex children. Okay. Music. Let's see, what does this card mean? Okay, let's see what does it say. So music soothes the soul. It helps us express how we feel. And this card is singing in praise of music. When he's stressed and overwhelmed with work, needs a break from study or going through a rough time, putting some music can make the transformation. He may also be drawn to writing music or playing an instrument. So he can find music as something that might help him deal with distress that is coming his way, and the stress is coming his way, as we saw with the 9 of Swords card. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.